Welcome back, travelers. Let's start by talking about the 5.2 banners. As you may already know, the lineup is as follows. Chaska and Laini will appear in the first phase of the 5.2 version, and Zhongli and Neuvillette are waiting in the second phase. It's a pretty luxurious lineup, and it's hard to decide where to use it, especially since many players are saving their gems for Mavuika. By the way, Mavuika's rerun is expected to be 4 patches after her first appearance. And if she appears in 5.3, her rerun will probably be around 5.7. On the other hand, it is impossible to predict when Neuvillette and Zhongli will be rerun. It may be a year or more away, so it seems better to think carefully about where to use your primogems. Now, is there any new information about the banners? To be honest, there is no big change. Data miners have not made any particular moves, and this can be considered to be 2 possibilities. Either the lineup is confirmed or new information has not yet arrived, and usually in such cases, the leak is considered to be highly reliable. You can buy Crystal from lootbar.gg. It's a best top-up platform for games like Honkai Star Rail and Genshin Impact. Big name Dakuja and Teva Times are also using for crystals. It saves you up to 20% of the actual in-game price for every item available and an extra 5% for your first purchase. First, go to lootbar.gg, select Genshin Impact, select your pack, put your UID, select region. Just tap on Top Up Now, select Preferred Payment Method, and get crystals. Top up in your account, we are getting double the currency for our first in-game purchase. Check out lootbar.gg, link description and pinned comment. So it seems safe to assume that these 5.2 characters will appear. Also, some people may be wondering what happened to the relaunch of the Drifter and the Dragonspine event. In fact, the information on this came from the highly reliable Fowl. When the beta started, there was no sign of the Dragonspine event, and it was later confirmed that the relaunch of the Drifter would also be postponed. In other words, the Drifter and Dragonspine events were not planned to appear in 5.2 in the first place. Unfortunately, it seems that Fowl decided to withdraw from data mining shortly after the 5.2 banner and event information was confirmed. Now that the 5.2 banner information is complete, let's take a look at the 5.3 banner. According to reliable sources, Mavuika and Citlali are almost certain to appear in 5.3. Data miners have mentioned these 2 before, showing a stable lineup with Milani and Kinich in 5.0, Zelonin in 5.1, and Chaska in 5.2. Although there have been some small changes, the main plan seems to be solid. As a god, Mavuika will likely appear in the first phase of 5.3, following the same pattern as past god characters, and Citlali will appear in the second phase. In addition, 5.3 is also scheduled to have a chronicled banner for Liyue to Chronicled with the Lantern Rite Festival event, so it is expected that at least 1 Liu character will be added to the lineup. Shenhe and Xianyun are likely to be the candidates, especially Shenhe has only appeared twice so far, and Xianyun has only appeared once. Shenhe has often appeared with ice element characters in the past, and was lined up in banners at the same time as Kamisato Ayaka and Ganyu. Since Citlali is expected to appear in 5.3 as a 5-star ice character, it will be more likely that Shenhe will appear as well. With this in mind, the probability of Shenhe being rerun is higher than Xianyun. And as for the phase, it is expected that it will most likely be the second phase to coincide with the Lantern Rite Festival event. There is still 1 more character needed for the 5.3 lineup. This character will be a fan favorite or a very powerful character. If you follow my videos, you may know who I am referring to. The one that comes to mind is Arlecchino. She is one of the must-have characters for many players. And if Mavuika and Arlecchino appear on the 5.3 banner at the same time, many players will definitely pour all their raw materials into it and spend more. This strategy is effective in keeping players interested and encouraging them to spend more in the game. Now, as for Wriothesley, it is very likely that he will appear in 5.4. Mihoyo will not postpone his appearance any further. Still, Mihoyo has a tendency to make people wait a long time for cryo characters, so it is possible that he will unexpectedly postpone it. That's the end of today's video. What do you think about this prediction? Please let us know your thoughts in the comments section.